Hi, everyone, and welcome to Chapter 3, Needs Assessment. So this chapter begins part 2 of your textbook. I want to go ahead and just take a quick look at where we've been and where we're going. So that way it roadmaps out for you this whole training and development concept. So in part 1 of your textbook, we looked at the context for training and development. And so that had chapters 1 and chapters 2 in there. And chapter 1, we talked about just introducing the concept of training and development, what that even meant. And then in chapter 2, we looked at strategic training, why it's important to be strategic. Now that we understand what training is and the importance of it, we're going to move into part 2, designing training. And so designing training encompasses 4 things or 4 chapters. First, needs assessment. Chapter 4 is learning and transfer. Chapter 5 is program design. And then chapter 6 is training evaluation. And so this week, our focus will be on needs assessment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the needs assessment. So really, when you look at needs assessment, what does that even mean? Well, you're assessing the needs of the employees, right? It's great to offer these great training programs to your employees, but if they don't need that training for whatever reason, either they already have those skills or they don't need those skills in that job, it's really a waste of resources at that point. And so a needs assessment identifies what the employee may need. It's usually typically the first step when conducting your training program. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. I'll have another video for that. But when you come in here and you look at chapter 3, we have PowerPoints. I have a little lecturette for you. And then you have your first written assignment that is due. So that's due this Sunday. And really what you're to do is read this article, and then based on this article, just answer these different questions. All right, please go ahead and make sure that these different questions, you address that in your written assignment. I always recommend to copy and paste those questions into your assignment. That way you know that you're not missing any areas, you're answering all those questions, etc. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, but have a great week. I'm going to make a quick video, I think either later this week or early next week, that will talk about your project. So we have a project due in this course, and I'll go ahead and create a video that talks about that project in more detail. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great week. Reach out if you have any questions.